you're adorable. No, I'm fucking not. Yeah, you fucking are. No. Yes. No. Yes. The two hedgehogs continued to bicker quietly where they lay together in bed, one of them blue, the other black and red. They were wrapped loosely around each other, legs intertwined, hands resting just below their back quills. It was closer contact than the darker hedgehog ever expressed interest in having in the company of anyone else. Closer contact than most would think he'd indulge in, especially with his current company. Red eyes met green, and whatever he was going to say next died in his throat. The blue hedgehog's lips curved into an amused and affectionate smile. He tilted his head a little closer, rubbing his nose against his bedmate's. The darker hedgehog's tan muzzle turned pink, but he reciprocated the affectionate gesture nonetheless. This was the majority of their relationship, lying together, nuzzling each other, and bickering back and forth. But that wasn't necessarily a bad thing, considering what they used to do together, although it was worlds more healthy. Once upon a time all they done was bicker and fight. Their only close contact was when one of their fists was meeting the other's body somehow, or they were body slamming each other. Point was, this was better for them. Much better. The blue hedgehog leaned closer, pressing his lips to the other's. Their eyes fell, closed as they kissed languidly, bickering forgotten for the moment in favor of actually showing each other some affection. The blue one was the first to pull back, staring at his companion with half-loaded green eyes. The dark one stared back. The blue one smiled again. I love you, he murmured, lips barely brushing the other's. The dark one's muzzle turned even redder, eyes strafing away. He didn't respond verbally, but his hand rubbed circles into his companion's back, pressing just hard enough to alleviate some of the eternal tension in the muscles there. It was the best he could provide, surely, but thankfully the other already knew that. The blue one's smile didn't falter at all at the lack of response. He knew he was loved. Actions, after all, spoke louder than words, and in spite of the dark one's embarrassment when he expressed affection of any kind, he certainly managed to express it through his actions. They continued to lie there a while, the blue one smiling affectionately at his boyfriend while he continued to rub circles in his back. As the time passed, the dark one's muzzle slowly returned to its natural color. They brushed noses again. Hey, Shaz? The blue one spoke after a while. Shadow's red eyes slid back to his face, brow ridge rising as he hummed in question. Ya think we'll ever actually tell anyone? Shadow, to his surprise, merely chuckled. Maybe one day, faker. Sonic rolled his eyes at the nickname, but his smile still didn't falter. That Tails already figured it out. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Shadow agreed easily. As much shit as I give the little fox, he is incredibly clever. Sonic's smile turned into a grin, eyes sparkling with something that was somewhere between amusement and delight. Do you have any clue how happy he'd be to know you admit he's clever? I've no doubt he'd be positively through the roof, the darker hedgehog aside, and he would deserve that happiness. Sonic hummed his agreement. They continued to lay there. Slowly, Sonic's grin faded into a rather peaceful smile as his eyes began to droop closed. Shadow watched him through half-loaded eyes as he began to drop off to sleep. Only once those green eyes had closed completely did Shadow smile a bit himself, and only after several more minutes of quietly waiting did he lean closer and kiss his boyfriend on the nose. Sonic made a sleepy noise of contentment, but otherwise didn't respond. Laying his head on top of Sonic's, Shadow murmured, I love you. He received no response, but he hadn't been expecting one.